Okay. Damu, you are not currently awake. However, Hawkins, let me turn this down a little bit. As I had explained earlier, you awaken. All of your clothing, the armor you wore, is extremely beaten up and tattered. It needs to be repaired desperately. But that is not your concern. You see, your scales have, a majority of them have been blown off. Normally you used to be proud of your black scales, your wounds, but now there are more black holes than there are scales. The tent you were in is no longer. The people you were with, as you look around, are no longer. You look to your left, Kit. As you look at him, you realize Kit is only half of himself. Kira, you see farther away. It seemed she was looking away at the time. Her back scorched and ripped. The front of her body slammed into a tree, smushed. Newt, who's already wounded, his body is nothing but a torso. Damu in front of you lays face first. Half of his giant shell has been blown off. The horses and the carriage are nothing but rabble. Flesh, bones, blood, wood. To your right, where Valen was sleeping, he is no more. Up ahead, Jeddah, the same. And you see standing in this ash, rubble, and scorch marks, is a man who you know to be Wilbur Walkins. However, his now nice hat is gone. Half of his glasses are on his face. His mustache, his beard are singed. His spellbook seems to be tattered and blown apart. He wears nothing besides the half-hanging parts of clothes. He stands barely holding onto his staff. You don't know how long he's been standing here. But you see handfuls of empty potions sitting at the sides of both Valen and Jeddah. He stands, staring off into the distance. And there, in the distance, you see him looking at something. Something you recognize if you look. You see a little jackal sitting atop a log, looking very stoic at this massacre that you've caused. You're awake. It's up to you to act how you would in this situation, for I cannot do it for you, nor can I imagine.
I think he's gonna first grab the potion that Wilbur gave him earlier, the day before.
You realize all the stuff on you has been destroyed, tattered,
Alright.
almost evaporated. Not everything, but a lot has. If you do wish to grab it, anything you wish for, you're going to have to make a decent luck roll. Besides some items
Alright,
that are
I'll do a luck roll.
besides some items that are much more durable, but the glass bottle is not. Please, your luck roll needs to be at 75. You have your potion.
Wilbur, I don't know what happened. I just... While he's mumbling, he's just gonna take a drink.
He does not look at you or respond. He's just staring off into the distance.
What kind of potion was it?
It was a normal healing potion. It'll be, I believe that's 2d4 plus 4. If you used your action, you get the full healing. If you used a bonus action, I assume you'd probably use an action, so you just take the full healing.
Probably, yeah. So, wait, 2d4 plus 4, so it's just 12?
Yes. He does not. respond. Though you feel better, physically in some ways, you really don't.
I think he's
Potion
gonna
doesn't
first
work.
run to Kira.
You run to Kira. You step over the tattered body of Kit and the debris of the camp. You see Kira is face first into a tree. Her back, her clothing, her hair, all singed, destroyed, a nasty burn mark on her back. As you look at the tree, there's a deep imprint. Her body still stands because it is so deeply pressed into this trunk. Blood has splattered across it. It runs down the tree and pulls at the bottom. Her arms are limp. And her legs are too. Yet she hangs from this tree, face first, motionless. Though you may not want to believe it, you know right away. You fucking killed her.
Well, but what do I do?
What happened?
It was a trap. We found a chest. It was timed. Morgan's can't. He's like turned away from Kira.
Who's just...
Let me grab the name.
You don't let him to be generalized. No need for you to
Yeah, there it is. I was just checking my job. So it was Jackal Eyes. We were attacked by some of his men, and they were holding it.
Generalize. Did it just... Did it just... Did it just go off?
I opened it.
You opened it.
I opened it. I'm sorry. I didn't.
You see what's happened, right?
Yes.
Ochiko. You remember you said that we should come to an agreement? You feel, as he says your name, your veins start to shudder. An agreement. And death, it seems you chose. That's fine. As long as we all go.
I swear I didn't know. I had no idea. I wasn't thinking. I didn't. I did. It just didn't cross my.
He's
I don't know
looking
what
at
to
you,
do.
but his eyes aren't looking at you, as if he's still looking to the distance, though you stand where he's gazing. You don't know what to do. You don't know what to do. Don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do. I don't. Oh. Is it just?
I know what the fuck to do. You think I... Jenna. Valen. Dear. Teppo. Vaughn. Dyron. They're all gone. And now look at you. All of yours gone too. Why is it that just us, the leaders, live? Aren't we the ones who are supposed to die first?
I opened the chest. And now they're dead.
Can I make a little noise?
You as you guys having this conversation, Damu, you were asleep, and you feel yourself get blasted.
They're awake. Wasn't I awake with Hawkins as it blew
Oh
up?
yeah, you were, weren't you? Sorry, you were
Yeah, I was
inside.
looking at it.
And the great surprise, well, it was great. And a surprise. You'd went unconscious from the blast, not even understanding what had happened. And in the darkness, you'd heard a voice. A little something. You had died, and you know you did. But you heard a voice in your head. Familiar. A woman's. You'd met her not long ago. And she kind of whispers to you. You have things to do. Wake up. And suddenly you feel a strange electricity coursing through your head. You have things to do. You must do them. And once again, more electricity goes through your forehead. As suddenly, your eyes shoot open. You feel a bit of a spark going between the two prongs above your eyebrows. But you quickly forget it. Wilbur does not pay attention, but Hawkins, you hear a strange sound coming from the pile of rubble.
Damu, get up. Damu.
I
You right?
try to move, but I'm struggling. Big struggling.
Can I try and do a medicine check? See if I can, like,
You
help
can.
him in any way?
However, if you do super awful, you, well, go ahead. You understand the risk. But I don't know if you have much more of a choice.
Wilbur, help me,
It seems
please.
you're more lucky
He didn't do this.
than I. Wilbur does not make any moves. He seems...
Okay.
You can tell Wilbur is not okay. He's teetering on the edge of something.
Can we do a check to see if my health potion survived the
Yeah,
occasion?
if you want.
How'd I do that? 1d100?
Maybe you need a 75 though. It might probably harder as you have less increments. You do have a plus 10. I just forgot to increment it. At the very least, don't know if you need anything more.
Okay, 1d100 plus 10. That's an underscore. Where's the plus?
But yes, you can tell Hawkins that Wilbur is not okay.
Damn.
Well, yeah, you made it. The 91. Your potion has managed to survive.
Just say it rolls out beside me. It falls out of my pack.
You tend to see his pack, as well as his shell, has been blasted, and from it, you see the glimmering of a potion.
Owen's gonna scramble to grab it. Damu, everything's gonna be alright. Damu, I'm sorry, I didn't understand. He's gonna, slowly try and help him drink it.
Damu looks very lost. He barely understood the words you said, but he still nodded and opened his mouth.
So if I use my action, does he gain
Yes.
12?
Yes, 12. This is insanity.
I mean, you're accomplished. Can you bring him back? You revivify or anything like. Come on.
For the first time, he turns and looks at you.
Please.
If only the Raven were here, maybe we could go back and meet them in the afterlife.
Is that where they are?
Let me tell you something. He kind of taps on your back, Damu, hitting your soft spot. You're very sensitive.
I step
Yes.
over the body.
Well, first and foremost,
I'll just move back.
before you guys, if you guys try and move anywhere, we'll cross that when we get there. He looks at you, Hawkins. Why do we get to live? Why is it that we lived and they died? Hawkins, I want you to make me a check. As him saying this is going to proc your dead men walking curse. But not in the same way that you want to run away. We need to make sure that your mind is not going to break from this horror around you. And the knowledge that you're the one who did this. And the key words he had said, why is it you? Or why is it them and not you? Or us? The same words you had heard or thought about whenever you saw your own dead body.
What should I roll?
A wisdom save. The check is going to be a DC 20. It's going to be a hard save. Hawkins, as he says this, you see, firstly, in a reflection of his one glass on his glasses, you see, for a moment, the body of Kira turn around. And as it turns around, you see your own face on it. It should have been me here. I wouldn't have been so foolish. And then, on Valen beside you. You traitorous runaway! You hear the voice and quick image of the mirrored version of yourself. You start hearing more things and seeing more things as your mind starts to have something beat on the inside of it. I'm not going to tell or decide to what extent or what direction your mind breaks. But your mind is going to be extremely strained in this. It is not for me to decide, it is for you to decide how to work. As you can tell, Wilbur has also suffered similar.
Hawkins' legs shake, and he falls to his knees in front of Wilbur. Wilbur, kill me.
Dominic, you here?
If I go to them, I can bring them back, right? If I go to where they are, I can find them away. Home.
I don't believe that's the best course of action right now, Hawkins.
Dabo, it's just us.
Dominic, you realize you may not have been super close to these guys, but this is still a massacre.
Yeah, he's very just like blankly staring. Like he wants to somehow like cool the scenario because he knows that like it's gonna escalate, but he also is in shock himself. And he's just kind of like staring at Hawkins
Dabo,
blankly.
please, do you know anything? What can you what's here? Can it bring him?
I have no knowledge of necromancy, unfortunately. Not that would bring back their soul anyway.
Necromancy. Wilbur turns and looks at you, Damu. That's right. The dead can't come back. If you stop them from going to the ruins. Forbidden necromancy. Their souls won't go to Galatea. That's okay. Their souls can be with us.
Will that work? Will that keep them with us? Hawkins is
Looking
gonna
at
take out his bag, and he's gonna actually, Alex, I'd have to do a. Can I do a luck, see if my chains are still here? They're made of metal.
how many chains do you have?
I have
We
10
made
feet
it
of
metal,
chains.
Make me a luck roll, but we'll make it easy, like 45 or 40. Mostly see if they're intact. Like, they are metal, you're right, but you were also right there beside the explosion. You're fine, they're there.
Okay. We can. So if they stay, we still have a chance.
They will be turned into the undead. How? Revived? Priest, maybe? Are you a priest? Suddenly he turns to you, Damu, and grabs you. You're a priest. Priest of the rings. You can save them.
Am I
saw
a
you.
priest of the Reens?
I saw you there. In the spirit realm. You casted. You were a priest of the rings.
Well, if I could bring my alter ego here, maybe, but I am no priest.
You're not. Suddenly you start seeing him cry.
God, right now I really want to try to like grab his tears, but I don't know how to do it discreetly. I also think I'm too traumatized to even like think about that right now, to be fair. This could be like a turning point in my character in the way that like I progress towards I could like progress towards necromancy instead of blood magic. Well, blood I don't know. Let me see. I'm trying to find the witch page.
Hawkins has already probably made that decision for himself.
Necromancer gang.
Necro gang?
What? Necro gang? It could be. You guys, Wilbur has obviously us outside of game understand that there are different ways to save people. But Wilbur, even though he remembers that you're a priest, his first thought was that you guys will turn undead and remain here. And then maybe even to you thought of the Warriors of Revost, the Hollow Guardians. Not Damu probably, but perhaps Hawkins. And you know priest could save them, but where's the nearest priest? Might be closer than you think. But where? It's up for you guys to decide what to do. You guys are in this moment. You guys should time skip and say you're still here forever, or you guys should make actions now. I will not rush you.
I mean, I think first things first, Hawkins is probably gonna literally chain Kira, Kit, and Newt to him. So they don't leave, so they can't walk away whenever they do decide to.
Okay. Do you only have that 10-foot chain, or do you have...
Only 10. I have rope. I have loads of rope.
You could use rope as well, but I just need to use chain too. Also, maybe they're at the end or somewhere.
That's probably it. Like, like most of the rope's doing the damage, but around the rope. Like, just like one layer as chain. Or just
I
around
can do
them.
that.
I don't know.
You watch Damu as Hawkins basically ties these broken bodies to himself.
Well, but there's a church back at Maplewood. Maybe there's a priest there. We could. It's only a day's travel. Well, on the horses. I mean, a few days walk. We can make it.
Bodies.
Oh, enough time, right?
Do you think they would have someone capable of casting something so strong to revive? At that point, just call Port Crevice.
Do you think so? We should go to Port Crevice. They will find a priest there, right? They probably have a huge church.
Problem is, if you walk With them, when they turn to the walkers of Bordita, you will be labeled the highest level of terrorism and hung. Didn't just walk.
Can I see if I have my dream coin?
Yeah. That's you don't even have to roll for that. That is did not get destroyed.
Hawkins is gonna just keep flipping the dream coin. I assume it's not gonna wait until he's asleep. He's like just during the day,
Hmm.
as the day goes on, he's gonna keep flipping it. If you
Wait,
You see him flipping this coin and you recognize it. That's
yeah,
one
yeah.
you-
Damu's like, wait, why are you flipping that coin? I have the same coin.
he's a he might be able to help us. He's a
It's a guy. Should I
guy.
flip my coin? I'll flip the coin.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he's powerful, right? He wants our dreams, right? He wants our nightmares. But what if we just give him everything? Maybe he can help us. He seems powerful.
I mean, to be honest,
He
I
can
don't remember anything about this coin at all. But I mean, it'd be cool to
He can
find a
wake us
powerful
up.
person to help us.
The Dreamwalker can wake them up, and then they'll move
Okay.
again, and they'll be back.
Okay, I flipped the coin a few times too. Then
Nothing happens.
He'll have to be asleep, but when we do, he'll get him back.
Hortons and Damu. Both of you hear footsteps coming down the road.
I think he limp to the road and try and wave them.
As
Stop.
it's coming from the south, you hear. And we'll move these bodies over here too. Wilbur does not move. Let me move these differently. Walking up from the south, so up from this direction. I don't know if I would say your blood freezes or heats, or what kind of reaction you have. But as you see walking up from the road, a very familiar face, one that you will never be able to forget your entire life. You witness as Kronos ashamed himself waltzed casually up the road. You hear the footsteps. Da-dum. 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 He stops. And he turns to the three bodies. And you hear in his unforgiving voice, as always, I told you three weren't allowed to die. You still have stuff to do. What about those guards, Frank, Alexis, Rutherford? They're just something easy to forget about, huh? No, disappointing.
Please do something.
He turns, his eyes going from their body, jumping to the side of his peripherals to look at you.
I'll pay you anything. Just, Rick. You have these scrolls, right? I'll pay for them. With anything. I'll do whatever you want, please. It's my fault.
You know, you can't save those who do not want to be saved. Do you think you're good enough to convince them to come back?
Well, of course they'll come back. Of course they want to be. They just got hit real hard. They just didn't see it coming.
I've come here to tell them a message. As you see, he kind of raises his hands, his gauntlet on his hands, and the three bodies stand up briefly as they kind of walk in front of him. You remember what I told you first? When I was going to kill you all those times ago. Unfortunately, I didn't get the pleasure. However, you three can still send a message. Tell this to them. Orbitus is ours. No, Orbitus is mine. Ours, the mortals. Their sick games are going to come to an end. They think they can keep controlling us without us knowing. Tell them they killed me once. But they made the mistake in not killing me every time. For there won't be another. Tell them that I'm back. As the bodies kind of go limp again. As he looks at you, Hawkins. Stavros is
Orbit?
more impressive than you.
I know.
And he looks to Damu. And you. You are unlucky. All your luck is gone, it seems. Yeah, you don't even have the opportunity to make friends. No. Who knows what that means? The world will go on. Our plans will go on. You still have to get that tailor. Have you haven't forgotten?
For me, for Dabu, we don't need new clothes. We need them back. Now.
You watch as he taps his chin and his eyes pierce you. Shouldn't have killed them then, huh? You fool. Just a treacherous runaway.
Where are you going?
As he walks, you hear him, his voice trail off. The world carries on. There's always sacrifices that are made. For Orbitus and for its people. Our goals never stop. Our days never end. And even in death we march on. Farther and farther. Until eventually we conquer. As he goes back down the road, and just kind of fades out as easy as he came.
Wilbur.
He's still looking at the jackal.
Is it Orbitus that's taken them?
Mm-hmm.
Is he the one that's going to take them away from us?
Who?
Orbitus, is it him?
Orbitus. Orbitus is the mother. Right?
Her or whatever, I don't care. I don't care. Is it her?
No. Life? I don't know. Whose life? Whose death? Didn't you take them away? Right? You did that. You opened the chest, you said. Are you the Reaper? Are you Sin? Maybe I'm Sin. I'm still alive. You wouldn't know if Wilbur is salvageable at this moment.
He said they're not allowed to die. So I won't let them. Right, Damu?
Yes,
We're not gonna let him
I believe that we should get a move on if we are going to get these people well. If it's, I mean, yes, we will get them well. Yeah, it's not an if. I think the only one I'm able to pick up is Kit. Wait, you still have them all chained together, right? Or how is this?
Yeah, I guess the cart's gone. Right?
Yeah, no, that
The
card
cart.
is... the cart's no more.
I
The
guess
horse is no more.
I guess I just got grab Kit and then we just start walking. It's like I think our best bet is what was the city we were going to?
Or crevice, I guess.
Port Crevice. Port
Um,
Crevice.
Dabu, we're gonna get the Port Crevice. They're gonna bring them back. But if they can't, Hawkins are gonna see if Kit still has his gun.
Kit's gun is there.
He's gonna grab the gun.
All right, I
Orbis
pull up.
won't give us. Orbis won't give us our friends back. We'll fucking kill her.
Holy fuck.
Yes, let us. Sounds like a plan to me. My leathery pal. Didn't have to say that. We're gonna carry on Kit's legacy of trying to kill a god or something. I don't even know what his lore is.
You didn't tell
Damn
Hawkins is
fucking
kinda-
right.
You can tell Hawkins is a little bit not there fully.
All right. Well, so do we have to listen to? Actually, let's talk as we walk. Are you
It's
coming
very hard to
along,
change the
Wilbur?
Wilbur,
Yeah.
We move very slowly, but
will you help us? It's
I'll
not
help.
over.
You're right. We need to save someone.
All of them.
As you watch as he kind of waves his staff, and you know he's a wizard over control of force magic, and it kind of lifts up under a lot of the bodies, making it a lot easier to carry. So he doesn't move
I was
at
gonna
a normal
give
pace.
the jackal a look.
The jackal
and
seems to be following you guys.
He said, let him follow.
He's
And
following
they
you.
head on their way. The Port
head
Crevice.
north a little bit. I was gonna say something. I forgot what it was.
As slowly as they can. As slowly, but as fast, but as slowly as steady, you know.
Yes, you
Whether
guys
it's a
are.
hobble, a crawl.
You lot have, well, some of you more than others, have probably just committed the biggest or the most regretful act you have before. How that is going to affect you, I suppose we'll know in due time. But with this, the first official deaths of the Throne of Rihdar come to an end. The death of Kit, Kira, and Newt. All to an explosion set up by a man named Jackal Eyes. And opened by the later Hawkins. The only survivor is those who were there right in front of it. Bit of a mockery, isn't it? Life. But as you all walk on, farther and farther, your own thoughts. Well, who knows what you think about? I can't imagine. We'll see where you go next time.